Hola everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Roxanne. If it's your first time here, then welcome. Today I want to do a tag video. I was tagged by Jen over at Remembered Reads to do the 1001 book tags. It was created by Miss Reads a Lot, and I will link their information down below. I will also link Jen's information down below. I love her channel. Just such really interesting and diverse books on topics ranging very widely. It's just highly recommend. So 1001 lists. Do you follow any book lists? It can be a prize list or challenge like the Rory Gilmore challenge. I think one time, a long time ago, I tried to do like the Pop Sugar challenge. I don't know that I was very successful. I might look into the Reading Women's challenge. I tend not to lately, just because my main goal is always to read the books that I physically have on my shelves. And so if I can't force them into a challenge, then I feel like I have to buy new books to meet the challenge, and that's the opposite of what I'm trying to do. But I do follow prizes and things like that for the library, so that I can see if there's any books that we need to buy that maybe we don't have, because they might be an uptick in circulation or requests because they won a recent award or things like that. I think it's not a list, but the Reese Book Club gets huge circulation numbers at my library, and then whenever Obama releases any of his lists, they always get an uptick in circulation as well. So if those count, then I pay attention to those. 1001 books. Approximately how many physical books do you currently own, and how many ebooks? I don't own ebooks because I don't have like a Kindle or anything like that, but for physical books, it would definitely be like an approximation. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it's about 480 books. There's a few there, a few there. We'll go with like 500 to 550 books approximately physically on my shelves. 1001 Arabian Nights. Have you read any of the stories from the Arabian Nights? Do you have a favorite? If you haven't read it, do you want to? No, I have not, and no, it doesn't really appeal. It's not really very high, if present at all, on my lists of like kind of classic stories or books or anything like that that I want to read. 1001 flavors. Do you have a favorite food or flavor? My favorite food is pizza and ice cream. My favorite ice cream is either cookies and cream, or from Haagen-Dazs, their praline flavor, praline and cream or something I think it's called, because it was my mom's favorite, and I just reminds me of her, plus it tastes pretty good, really good. And then I love the taste of guava. I make guava pastries, pastelillitos de guayaba. If you're from Puerto Rico, I like to make them ever so often. So I like the taste of guava. I like the taste of passion fruit. Those two fruits are very common and popular in Puerto Rico, so they kind of like remind me of my home. And yeah, pizza. I have pizza a lot. 1001 pages. Have you read a book that is over 1,000 pages? Is there one that you recommend and is worth that time? What is the longest book that you have read? I think I've read Don Quixote. I have read most of and then skimmed the last part of Don Quixote. I don't remember. I don't have them physically with me, or like I do, but they're somewhere in here. And I think that might be about that size, and I would like to read it fully again, so I do think it's worth it. I don't know how many pages my version of Les Mis is, but it's pretty chunky, so that might be around that as well. That could have been severely cut down. I don't know. I recently read The Priory of the Orange Tree. I think this one might be like 800 pages though. Yeah, this one's about 800 pages, so not 1,000, but 800. And I enjoyed my time with that. 1001 buckets. Do you have a non-bookish bucket list? What is one thing on the list? I do. It's mostly just to travel. I have not had really the means to do much of any traveling, and so I would like to do a significant amount, and so really that's top of my bucket list. In the United States, places that I want to do a national parks Like I have a national parks bucket list where I want to check every single one of them off. I want to go to some parts of California, and and I guess like Hawaii, and I would like to go to Alaska. But besides that, travel wise, it's really kind of just overseas and going to as many countries as I possibly can. 1001 numbers. Do you have a lucky number? Is there a story behind it? I don't have a lucky number, but my favorite number is 3. And it has been 3 since I was in high school art class, when my teacher told us that odd numbers are more aesthetic than even numbered things. I don't know how true that is. I tend to agree, but that might just be my own personal opinion. Same with hers, that might have just been her personal opinion, but ever since then 3 has been my favorite number. 1001 authors. Do you have a favorite author and or genre? My favorite genre is mystery, followed by fantasy and literary fiction, and my favorite author is I guess Jane Austen, but there are I do have an auto-buy authors list, and I consider them all to be my favorite authors, so I will link that video up above and down below if you have not checked it out yet. 1001 activities. Do you have a favorite outdoor activity? Yes, I love going on walks and hikes, and I love to go to be near water, more so rivers than beaches or lakes. I don't know that I've ever really gone and just visited a lake. Definitely not to get inside a lake, but I grew up around rivers because Puerto Rico is mountainous, and so there's many rivers there, and so I love going to the river. One of the first things that I remember learning as a kid is how to tell when a river is gonna rise and you need to get out of it. So it's imprinted in my mind. 1001 book clubs. Not a prompt, but a question for the comments. Should I start a 1001 book club with a book a month for a read along? Sure. Yeah, I'm all for being part of book clubs, starting book clubs. I am part of a sort of online book club created by women of color, reading women of color, and it's amazing. If you would like the information, I can share that with you. I've just happened upon them on Instagram, and they just happen to all be local to the New York area, which is fun, and we've been meeting via Zoom, and it's been great. And I've been picking some really great books, and so if you would like to join, let me know. Hello, this is Editing Roxanne, who forgot a question. And the question is about the number of books that I have read. Goodreads, I believe, says that I've read about 750 or 730, something like that. I have certainly read more than that. I've only been tracking since I think 2014 or 2015 on Goodreads. I think when I first got the app, I was crazy to add everything to it, and so any book that I could remember having read, I added, but there are certainly books that I've read that I either don't remember the name of or have forgotten to add. So I'm not really sure what the number of books that I've read since. I can only count really the years that I've participated in the challenge. And so yes, thank you so much for tagging me. I enjoyed making this. If you have not done this and think that it's interesting and would like to participate, feel free to do so, and let me know down below so that I can check out your video. As always, thank you for watching and for listening. I love you all very much.